Hi, so today we're going to look at the Baroque Formation in exercise 1B of Trinity Grade 2 piano syllabus. We're going to look at running through the right hand and the left hand separately with the rhythm. We're going to look at the fingering for both hands, and then we're going to play it separately and then put it together. And then gradually you would practice this at home, getting a little bit quicker each time you practice day by day, hopefully, if it's beginning to feel a bit more natural. So the first thing I quite like to do with you is I'm going to just clap through the rhythm of the right hand. So we're going to count it, and I'll clap as I count the beats. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, rest, rest, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just a quick run through of the rhythm. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our right hand on the keys. Our fourth finger is on the G, which puts our thumb on the D. But remember, we've got an E flat and a B flat to look out for here, B's and E's. And so they're going to just prepare your second finger here on that E flat. So again, I'm going to just talk through this, playing it steadily, but I'm going to count the rhythm. So we're going to look at the rhythm while we're playing it, and then we're going to look at the fingering. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, stretch, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the rhythm and that's what we're going to work on. But firstly, we're going to just run through that again, but we're just going to talk about the fingering, right? So you're back to your thumb on your D. Fourth finger is on your G. Second finger, remember, get it prepared before you begin on the E flat because it's coming up on the third note. Okay, so we've got 4, 3, 2, thumb, thumb, play your D again, but prep to stretch this B flat with your middle finger, hold, and then a really nice tight position here. Cross over to your 2, rest. Rest, back to the B flat in your third, F sharp, D, G. So what I think is really important in that second last bar, you've got your B flat, then your 2, 1, cross your 2 and your pinky, thumb tucks up to the G, and it gives you just a really nice 5-finger shape again on the keys. There's other things you can do. This isn't the only way you can do it, but I would say that this is perhaps the easiest and the most comfortable. So let's run through that again, just looking at the finger work. I'm not going to say anything, so just follow the fingers, and if you can practice along at home, that would be brilliant too. So give ourselves a count in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do that one more time, but a little bit quicker this time, so our count in will be faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll notice that while I'm doing this, I'm just keeping the volume nice and loud and clear so that you can hear and see absolutely everything definitely as it should be. What I want you to do though is when you're practicing this at home, once you're feeling more settled with these rhythms and the fingerings, then start adding your dynamics. Dynamics for me is always the last thing that I want to add because there's so much else to consider before you get there. So I would always encourage you to get your fingering and your notes accurate, all your articulation marks in place first, and then go back and look at the dynamics. As I say, for the purpose of this video, I'm just keeping everything quite loud and bright. So we're going to turn over and do the left hand now. So we've got the rhythm in the left is way easier than the rhythm in the right, and I'm sure you've figured that yourself, but we're going to clap it through anyway. So here goes. We'll give ourselves a count in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That just gives you a little idea of what the rhythm is going to be, and I would recommend that you do that when you're learning any new piece, is just to clap through the rhythm first, separate hands, to give yourself an indication of what's going to come. Okay, so moving on, we're going to have a quick look at this, and again, we're just going to work particularly on the finger work to start. So you're beginning with your second finger on your B flat, so your thumb will be resting on your middle C. Remember again, you've got your B flats and your E flats to consider, so don't forget them when you're playing. If it helps to draw them in the music to begin with, make sure you do it in pencil so you can rub it out, but it's a good help if you're someone like me who, when I learned, I had a terrible memory for my flats and my sharps, but certainly over the years of practice, it definitely gets much, much easier. So guys, be encouraged if you're finding it hard. Feel free to scribble all over your music. I think it's a really good way of learning. And once you begin to get comfortable with the hand shapes on the keys, then you can start to rub out the pencil markings and begin to read it as it is. Okay, so again, lots of teachers teach differently on this, but this is what I would recommend with my students. So we're going to count ourselves in a nice steady 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run through that again, but this time we're going to discuss the fingering. So we're going to keep it nice and slow again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and tuck to E flat, 2, C, 2, D. Slide into the B flat and lift thumb, and then your 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's do that just a little bit quicker. If you're struggling with this, go back and rewind it and play it again and again until you can manage to play along at the same speed as myself. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide. Lift. Thumb. Okay, so let's do that again. Hopefully you were able to keep up with that and find that not horribly hard. So let's go again. So keep that same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully that's beginning to feel a little bit more comfortable for your fingers. If you're still struggling with that and you're not feeling ready to move on, then just rewind this video back and play it again and again and repeat along with me. Play with me if you can. And then very steadily put the hands together. So we're going to put hands together really slowly here, so that hopefully if you're at that stage of learning that you're able to try and join me with the hands together, then that's brilliant. Like I say, if you're not, just keep playing it separately until you begin to feel confident with it. So there's not a specific timeline on it. Just feel good about what you're doing. Make sure that both hands know what the fingers are doing, and then put it together slowly. Okay, so we're just going to put the hands together here and do it nice and steadily. Really steady counting to start with. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll notice there that automatically my hand at the very end didn't go for a 3, I went for a 2. So like I say, you can do lots of different fingerings, and what you play when you're playing hands together can slightly be a variation to what you've practiced separately. Ideally the 3, 4, 5 is brilliant, particularly for little hands. I'm quite used to playing big stretchy pieces, so my hands automatically stretch open wide. So like I say, the fingering's there as a guide for you. It's not that you absolutely have to do it. So if you do something like me and end up with this, you won't get marked down in your exam. It's just a different fingering for it. Okay, so let's do this one more time, maybe a wee bit quicker. Okay, so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. have it. There's how to work on your Baroque formation. I hope you have tons of fun practicing that. Like I say, lots of steady, slow practice, separately first, then together, and I guarantee before you know it, you'll be playing it beautifully. Have fun practicing, and I'll see you next time.